Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day, a complicated case. We've had a long discussion on this case and the legal ins and outs of it. However, we have established that the requests for the hearings were neither frivolous nor vexatious. Secondly, we've established that the conduct of Mr. Jakarta in relation to the licensing directors was inconsistent. And thirdly, the board, having considered all of the evidence today, consider that the SAS Jakarta is not a fit and proper person to hold a premises licence or a personal licence. Have a seconder, please.
I'm happy to second, and I would call for a roll call vote.
Councillor Errol, against.
Balsillie, for the motion.
For a motion, sorry. It's getting too late in the day.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if we were going in alphabetical order. For the motion. For the motion.
For the motion.
Councillor Lee for the motion.
George, I'll interpret what she's been said so far.
Yep. Do you understand what was said? Can you pass the information on to Mr. Jakarta?
Oh, I did not get all the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go back and I'll read through we have established that the request for a hearing was neither vexatious or frivolous, which is the first point.
First one is
Frivolous.
that
F-R-I-V-O-L-O-U-S.
Frivolous. Somewhere I saw that word. Okay. What is the literal meaning of that? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It basically means there was grounds for a hearing, that there wasn't any information that seemed to be false or made up or just a sort of rumour. There was grounds to hold a hearing for the licence.
There was straightforward evidence.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
That was the number one. Right?
And we've decided that Mr. Jakarta's conduct was inconsistent with the licensing objectives. Yeah. And finally, that having considered all the evidence today, we consider that Desant Jakarta is not a fit and proper person to hold a premises licence or a personal licence.
What you are saying is that Jagarasa is not fit to have personal license or premises license. That is
effective from today.
I will repeat to him. இப்போ வந்து இவ்வளவு நேரம் அவங்க பேசி தீர்மானிச்சிக்கிறாங்க எல்லாம் கொடுத்த சாட்சி எல்லாம் அது வந்து எல்லாம் மெயினான சாட்சி அதெல்லாம் பேசினதால யாராவது சொன்னது அப்படி இல்லை கண் முன்கால கண்ட காட்சி இந்த சாட்சிகள் தான் இருக்குது. அடுத்தது வந்து அவங்க சொன்னாங்க இன்கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் கணக்கு அப்படியா வந்து அதாவது உங்களோட நடவடிக்கை நடமாற்றம் அதுகள் எல்லாம் இந்த ரூல்ஸ் படி அது வந்து சரியா செய்ய விரோதமா நடந்திருக்கிறீங்க அப்படி அது ரெண்டாவது. அதனால மூணாவது வந்து நீங்க தகுதி லைசன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு தரத்துக்கு ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு தகுதி இல்லை அப்படி எல்லாம் அவங்க தீர்மானிச்சு. I get that. I'm sorry, I understand.
Okay. Right, so to sum up the decision made, the licensing board is satisfied that the licence holder fails the fit and proper test for failing the licence objectives. In particular, preventing crime and disorder, the premise licence holder has sold alcohol to an underage person, and the premise licence holder today admitted that there was no point in calling the police as there is no CCTV, which is a contradictory of the objective. Other objectives: securing public safety. The premise licence holder continued to sell alcohol when the licence was suspended and failed to provide adequate training to staff members to sell alcohol. Another objective in particular was protecting and improving public health. That the premise licence holder alcohol and sale at minimal pricing, and the premise licence holder was also unaware of the licence objectives he had to adhere to. And finally, protecting children and young persons from harm objective. The premise licence holder sold alcohol to an underage person and was convicted of this. The premise licence holder today continued to deny he did sell alcohol to the child and failed to show any remorse. This was the reasons for the councillor's decision today of why they held that the premise licence holder was not a fit and proper person, and why under section 59 the licensing board has revoked the premise licence.
So I will repeat with you, revise whatever you said. License review was done, and these five criteria, objectives were considered, whether he has done, whether he has considered these things. There is, as a holder, license holder, whether he has understood and act accordingly these things, these five objectives. And he admitted you have taken a decision. He is not suitable to have premises licensing to continue to hold the premises licensing, not fit. And considering these five objectives, public health, regarding that one, he sold price less rated required pricing, limited, I forgot the word, the lowest pricing that exceeded that one. He did not fulfill that one. Then regarding public health, that objective also he was acting against. And today, regarding the protecting children and young person, still today he is denying the failed to admit, although he did sell alcohol to a young child, and whole process to meeting all this based on that main selling young person. That was the starting point. Is that correct, what I said? Yeah. Okay, I'll explain to him. இப்ப அவங்க சொல்றாங்க, நீங்க வந்து இந்த 5 சொன்னது எல்லாம் நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்க. அதை பத்தி பார்க்க போக நீங்க அதை ஒண்ணுமே சரியா மனசுக்கு எடுத்து நீங்க நடவடிக்கை செய்ய இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. ப்ரிவென்டிங் கிரைம் டிஸார்டர்னு சொன்னாங்க, அதுவும் நீங்க செய்ய இல்லைன்றாங்க. அது ஆட்களுக்கு பப்ளிக் ஹெல்த்ல ஜனங்களுக்கு பொறுத்த மாதிரி அவங்கள காப்பாத்துறதுக்கு நீங்க ஒன்றும் நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. நீங்க நெடுவ கண்டினியூஸா நீங்க லைசன்ஸ் இல்லாமலேயும் நீங்க மதுபானங்கள் சென்று சொல்றாங்க. நீங்க அந்த விலை வந்து பிரைஸ் சொன்னாங்கன்னா அதெல்லாம் நீங்க குறைத்து போட்டு விற்கிறீங்கன்னு சொல்றாங்க. அடுத்தது வந்து நீங்க ப்ரொடெக்டிங் சில்ட்ரன் அந்த இதை பார்த்தா அப்ஜெக்டிவா பார்த்தா நீங்க கட்டாயம் பிள்ளைகளுக்கு குறைந்த வயசோட்டக்கு நீங்க வித்திக்கிறீங்க. ஆனாலும் நீங்க அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள இல்லை. நீங்க அதை பத்தி கவலைப்படவில்லை. நீங்க வித்தனால இந்த காரணத்து படி நீங்க லைசன்ஸ் வைத்துக் கொள்வதற்கு உங்களுக்கு தகுதி இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாங்க. What are the okay, I understand whatever you told. What are the steps I should take hereafter?
Sorry, can you say that again?
I understand what you said, the panel, the decisions and whatever you told me, but hereafter what I should do, what are the steps I should take?
So as of this moment in time, your personal licence and your premises licence have been revoked. That means that you can no longer make sales of alcohol from the shop. You should, as a recommendation, before you open the shop again, remove all alcohol from the shop completely. Then you can continue to trade without alcohol in the shop. If you were found in circumstances where there was any alcohol in the shop on display or where it could be suggested it was offered for sale, you would be committing a serious criminal offence for which I'm sure Police Scotland would take the appropriate action. So from right now, both licences revoked, and you must remove the alcohol from the shop completely before the shop reopens. That's what I would suggest.
Sorry, can we just have clarification from a clerk in regards to the personal licence and the process?
The premise licence is revoked, and the chair was going to come next to say that we will, on the basis of that decision today, we will be writing to Stirling Council where they granted your personal licence, and we will be recommending that they revoke your personal licence.
You've already done that. You just tell them that we've done that.
I did not catch that point.
Your premise licence has been revoked today.
Yes.
But under the Licence of Scotland Act 2005, we'll also be notifying Stirling Council that their premise licence has been revoked, and for them to make the recommendation that they do this, so they hold a hearing for your personal licence.
I just want to clarify. So, from this decision, from this panel, both the license have been, premises license and personal license both have been revoked, that been cancelled.
Could you hold on 1 second till I...
Yeah.
But council meetings do what goes on with us.
As long as we,
On this meeting, this one,
We're just clarifying a legal point at the moment. Yes. What we're discussing just now.
Go on now. I would say.
You guys got you know, you used to sit still for so long.
so we can share the tables.
He thinks I'm just going to get in the house and start making dinner. It's got another thing. Witherspoon's. Oh my. I was kidding on when I said, you know, we shut at 8. Get 7. You're missing. You should get that review just now, but there's the school. 3:30 it started, isn't it?
So they see the same. Yes, sending pictures to you can clarify. Yeah. Okay.
I know, that's not. Apologies for that. So just to re-sum up that decision, the licensing board, on the basis of what they've heard here today, and have deemed the premise licence holder not to be a fit and proper person. On that basis alone, the licensing board have decided to revoke the premise licence and the personal licence.
இப்போ வந்து இந்த இதை தீர்மானம் படி இதெல்லாம் ஆராய்ச்சி படி நீங்க வந்து தகுதியான ஆள் அல்ல, பர்சனல் லைசன்ஸ் அதுவும் ப்ரெமிசஸ் லைசன்ஸும் ரெண்டுக்குமே அது ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள அவங்களுக்கு தகுதி இல்லை சொல்றாங்க.
Can we just also get Paul to redo what he said about in regards to that you can't then sell alcohol from now, so that make sure that that's interpreted and information given.
I wonder if procedurally if you're finished, because there was the other matter of whether you made a finding in relation to another person's licence. You should probably do that first, and then at the end of the matter I'll emphasise what Mr Roger Grasser needs to do in terms of the alcohol again to allow the translator time to translate that. But that would be appropriately done once the meeting's almost concluded.
Absolutely, Bob. The second point that the board have to consider is in paragraph 83 on page 25 of the papers. Paul says that the board may wish to consider the conduct of Mary Whisper, the individual who is named on and who signed and apparently falsified training records identified during the LSO visit of the 12th of September. If the board is so minded to make such a finding in relation to Mary Whisper, they will be required to consider the matter separately at a later hearing of the licensing board. I would move that we move for a hearing of this case. Can I have a second, please?
Happy to second. I think the evidence that's been given in regards to the possible falsification of the training records does call for a review to be given.
Okay. Well,
That's fine, noted, and I will compile for the benefit of the licensing board a separate report on specifically that matter, and I'll carry out some further inquiries direct with the licence holder himself.
Sorry for interruption. What you said earlier, I could not pass the information to him. No longer he's permitted to sell alcohol, removed from the shelves, everything. And if anything found, any alcohol substance found, it will be a serious offence. Right? That one I'll answer, I'll explain to him. And he has some queries about the sterling. He is not understood about the sterling matter. And other one is whether as a step in the future, my wife, is she eligible to apply for the license? That is the other question he is raised. இதுக்கு பிறகு உங்களுக்கு ஒன்றுமே விற்கலாது, ஒரு ஆல்கஹால் ஒன்றுமே விற்கலாது. அது அப்படி விற்று இருந்தா அகப்பட்டு இருந்தா பெரிய தண்டனையில தான் முடியும். அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க ஸ்டெர்லிங் பத்தி அவங்களோட வைஃப் பத்தி அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க.
So I'll sort of answer these questions in reverse order. In relation to Mr. Jokaras's wife applying for the premises licence, I would strongly suggest that he takes legal advice. I wouldn't be in a position to offer any advice at this time in relation to this. I would ask him to note that today at this hearing, the board have made a finding that Mary Puspa may well have acted in a manner that's inconsistent with the licensing objectives, and they will hold a hearing in relation to Mary Puspa's driving licence, personal licence, at some point in the near future. It will
probably be, or I can't be certain, it will probably be at the next licensing board, where they will explore only the one aspect that has come to light today. Does that, if you could explain that firstly?
Back to the other.
Sorry.
Okay.
So,
okay.
what you're saying is regarding his wife's application, this is not the time to advise. And in another hearing,
So regarding the application, he should take legal advice from
legal advice. Yeah. நீங்க வந்து wife பத்தி application பத்தி இப்ப பேசுறதுக்கு இன்னும் அது அவங்க அதை பத்தி இல்ல. நீங்க வந்து லீகல் அட்வைஸ் இல்ல வக்கீல் கிட்ட பேசி அதை பத்தி வேற நீங்க அட்வைஸ் எடுக்கணும். இந்த சந்தர்ப்பத்துல அதுக்கு இல்ல தகுதி இல்லை. இப்ப அதை பத்தி அது வேற நீங்க டீல் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றீங்க. Sorry? Now all my shops are closed. So in case if I want to reopen in the future, what I should do?
Again, this is a matter that I cannot provide. I'm not legally allowed to provide advice on that matter. He should take professional legal advice to proceed. It's not something that we can assist with, but we're not allowed to provide legal advice, and what he's asking is a very legally technical matter.
இப்போ வந்து நீங்க இது பத்தி நீங்க எதிர்காலத்தில் செய்யறது பத்தி இப்ப அவங்களுக்கு ஆலோசனை பண்ண முடியாது. அதுக்கு நீங்க வேறையா செப்பரேட்டாவே லீகல் அட்வைஸ் எடுக்கணும். அப்படின்னா நீங்க வக்கீல் கிட்ட சரி வேறையா நீங்க ப்ரொஃபஷனல் அட்வைஸ் அப்படின்னா அந்த மாதிரி எடுக்கணும். இவங்க இந்த சூழ்நிலையில அவங்களுக்கு அதை பத்தி சொல்ல ஒன்றுமே முடியாது. அவங்களுக்கு சொல்லவும் கூடாது. தேங்க்யூ.
So I think you've explained that Mary Puspa will come to a hearing, will be invited to a hearing to discuss her personal licence.
இப்போ அவங்களோட வைஃப் வந்து புஷ்பா அவங்க அனுப்பியிருப்பாங்க அவரோட பர்சனல் லைசன்ஸ் பத்தி பேசுறதுக்கு எதிர்காலத்தில்.
And the advice stands that you've already explained that the alcohol must be removed from the shop. I think I've heard you explaining that the alcohol must be removed.
இப்போ வந்து அவங்களோட கடையில இருக்கு எல்லாம் எல்லாம் மதுபானங்கள் எல்லாம் அப்படியே ஒன்றுமே இல்லாம அந்த கடையால அப்படியே கடைகளால எடுக்கும் ஒன்றுமே வைக்க இயலாது.
And that is immediately before the shop reopens today.
அது இன்றைக்கு இப்ப நடக்கும். இந்த கடை தொடக்க முந்தியே அது எல்லாம் தொடக்க முந்தியே எல்லாமே எடுத்துக்கணும்.
The last thing I think I heard you saying, all my shops are closed, is Drogheda have other shops in the area in Scotland?
You're asking any other shops?
Does he have other shops that he is the licence holder for in Scotland?
Sorry, you're asking any other shops other than these two mentioned, any
yes.
other shops?
Well, there's only one shop mentioned. Does he have other shops in Scotland that are licensed?
No, I don't have.
Okay.
Do you just want to also clarify the Stirling, because I think you got confused at that point as well?
Sorry, and the last part is, this licensing board has revoked his personal licence, which was issued by Stirling Licensing Board, and we will notify Stirling Licensing Board in writing that the licence has been revoked, and they will seek to recover that licence. They will ask for him to return it.
இப்போ வந்து ஸ்டெர்லினால தான் நம்மளோட பர்சனல் லைசன்ஸ் அவங்களுக்கு தந்தது. அப்படி இருந்தாலும் இங்க இப்ப உங்களோட தீர்மானத்தை உங்களோட எல்லாம் லைசன்ஸ் இல்லாம ஆகுனத அவங்க எழுதி அவங்களுக்கு அறிவிப்பாங்க ஸ்டெர்லின் கவுன்சிலுக்கு. அதனால உங்களுக்கு ஒன்றுமே லைசன்ஸ் ஒன்றுமே இல்லை உங்ககிட்ட. இப்ப அங்க இங்க இங்க தான் இல்லாம அங்க இருக்குதுன்னு யோசிச்சா அதுக்கு இல்ல எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு ஒன்றுமே இல்லை.
He must return all parts of the premises licence that he has to us.
He must return all the parts of premises license
To our office.
to the office.
Yes.
Sorry, pass, is there some paper?
Yes.
Paper, okay.
Yes.
இப்போ நீங்க வந்து இவங்க சொன்னாங்க எல்லாம் அவங்களுக்கு இதை பத்தி உங்களுக்கு லைசனுக்கு தந்திக்கிற தாள்கள் எதுவும் கடிதங்கள் ஒன்றுமே அந்த அனுமதிச்சு அந்த கடிதம் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு பாரம் கொடுக்கணும். இந்த கவுன்சிலுக்கு நீங்க எல்லாத்தையுமே ஒன்று தவிர எல்லாம் பாரம் கொடுக்கணும். கடிதம் எல்லாம் அனுமதி பத்திரம் எதுவும் இல்லை. Yeah, I understood.
Okay, that concludes the business for today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.